Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I did my second ramp test, so I will be comparing the results from the first. I mentioned in the last video how we picked a training plan to follow to prepare us for the Fondo in June of 2020, next year. So this video was recorded on Monday, earlier this week, which was the first day of that training. I'm sorry. My dogs are in the background, are making a lot of noise, so hopefully they're not making too much noise from where I'm recording this. So the first prescribed workout, air quotes, was the ramp test, as many training plans would have you do, so that you can determine your FTP and that you can establish your zones to train in. So if you want to see the previous video of my first ramp test, I will link the video in the description below. So I'm going to begin an excuse. I did wake up with a sore throat and a runny nose the day I did this ramp test, but I was feeling physically fine, just mentally foggy. I'm sure you could hear from my voice now, this is 2 days later that I'm recording this, that I sound pretty croaky. Well, the cold has gotten worse. It is Christmas Day. I was supposed to do a maximum aerobic power workout today, but decided to push it until tomorrow until I feel better. Anyway, going back to the ramp test, I started the test first while Jason watched. We were thinking about doing this test together, but decided against it. He's never done the ramp test before, so he's never done the ramp test through Zwift before, so I'm sure he wanted to see what it was like. When I started this, I was super nervous. I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that it has the word test at the end of it. From what I can recall from the first test that I did, I remembered I was feeling crappy just by doing 100 watts. Now that it's my second time doing this, I had some idea of how to increase the damper setting on the bike erg to meet the prescribed power. So 100, 120, 140, 160 watts, they felt pretty good. They felt pretty manageable. I do have my heart rate connected to to Zwift, so at least you could see where that is. And my heart rate does tend to run high, especially in this video that I'm showing you, because I am starting to come down with something. I was cranking out all the prescribed power, prescribed wattage out, no problem. Again, I was comparing how I felt from the first time, and I felt as though I was managing my efforts well. Then 180 came, and that was challenging. 180 was where I stopped last time. I didn't know this until afterwards when I looked at when I watched my previous video. A dialogue does pop up if you've ever done this before, and it talks about how the ramp test will go from easy to balls to the walls, not in those exact words. But when 200 watts came along, all hell broke loose for me. 200 watts was super challenging, and after that, my legs were toast. When I tried to maintain 220, my legs just didn't have it. I tried to keep pedaling as hard as I could, but the burn just kept escalating. I didn't hit 220, so I did stop the test there, and then it calculated my FTP, which it is now 153, 13 watts higher than last time. Kind of disappointed, but I'm not going to complain. I did increase. That's what really matters. I have to remember, though, that improvements, even in small increments, are a good sign. And if you're starting something new, especially if you are a beginner cyclist and you do the ramp test and you see marginal gains, don't get too worked up over it. I know I try not to. I have to take into consideration that not feeling healthy may have been a factor. I could talk about how I wish I was feeling healthy, but it is what it is, and sometimes you just have to take it with a grain of salt. There's really nothing stopping a sickness from rearing its ugly head. You can do everything in your power to stay healthy, but something's bound to go wrong. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I just wanted to say thank you to the new subscribers out there. This channel is still to its fruition, and I appreciate you taking the time to subscribe and follow our journey. Stay tuned for next time. We will be doing Jason's ramp test results.